Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome to class 7 again. So students, as you all know that we are doing our revision work, and today I'm going to tell you the important objectives from chapter number 9, that is digestion. All of you know that what is digestion. Digest means, the word digest means break down something. Okay, break down something. Okay, so it is a breakdown, it is a process of breaking down large food molecules into smaller food molecules. So that process is called as the digestion. Okay, so today I'm going to tell you what are the important objectives from this chapter. So on page number 82, okay, on page number 82, this is page number 82 and unit number chapter 9, section 9.1. Why most food be digested? Why must most food be digested? Okay, the most important thing is this one: foods provide us with energy. Okay, why we take food? Because it provide us with energy. We will get energy from the food. Okay, but the energy stored in the food we eat on can only be released in the cells of our body during cellular respiration. Okay, what happened that you know that our food contains energy, but we will get energy only when these the energy stored in the food we eat can only be released in the cells of our body during cellular respiration, by the process of cellular respiration. Okay, next is this one: large and insoluble molecules must be broken down by our body into smaller, soluble, and diffusible ones, which can then be absorbed by the blood stream into the cells. This process is breaking down, the process of breaking down of food into soluble and diffusible form is called digestion. Now, look at here what will happen. What you have basically here, you have a large food molecule. Okay, this large food molecule must be into your bloodstream. This is your bloodstream. Okay, it must be into your bloodstream so that you can get the energy. But to come into the bloodstream, it must cross this wall of intestine. Okay, this is the wall of intestine. So this large molecules cannot get through the wall of intestines to get into your bloodstream. So if you want to take this large food molecule into the bloodstream in order to absorb energy, your food must be broken down into smaller pieces. Okay, into soluble and diffusible form. Okay, when your food comes into soluble and diffusible form, then it will easily get into your bloodstream. Okay, to break down these molecules from larger to smaller one, this is carried out by the process which is called as digestion. Okay, breaking down of food into soluble and diffusible form is called basically digestion. Right, now next is very important thing, this point: science statement. Just a minute. Okay, now the next one is science statement. This is very important: biological washing powders. Okay, biological washing powders contain enzymes which break down stains such as blood, egg, coffee, grease, or sweat. Okay, so your biological washing powder also contain enzyme. Now, what are enzymes? Look at here. Enzymes, digestion. You know what is digestion? Okay, breaking down of large food molecules into smaller one. Okay, digestion of food is a chemical reaction. Okay, you must know that this is a chemical reaction. Why it is a chemical reaction? Because it involves the breakdown of large food molecules into smaller ones. Okay, in other words, we can say atoms are rearranged. That's why we will say that digestion of food is a chemical reaction. So this is the reason. Okay, this is a reason why digestion of food is a chemical reaction, because it involves the breakdown of large molecules into smaller ones, or in other words, you can say atoms are rearranged. Just like other chemical reaction that take place in living organisms, the reaction of digestion are speeded up by the action of enzymes. Okay, now what are enzymes? Look at here. Enzymes are a special type of proteins. Okay, enzymes, what are they? Are just a special kind of proteins that are produced by our body for bringing about or speeding up specific chemical reactions in our body. Okay, so what are enzymes? Enzymes are basically special type of proteins. They are the type of protein that will be produced our body. Why we need enzyme? Because to speed up or up the specific chemical reactions that are carried out in the body. Simply, what will happen if you want to break down large food molecules into smaller food molecules? It will break down, but it will take some time. So, speed up this reaction, certain enzymes are there that will attack on them, so that it will attack on them, so that it will be the reaction will be faster, and your food molecules will be broken down into smaller food molecules in much lesser time. Okay. Okay, now those enzymes that help in digestion are called digestive enzymes. Okay, the enzymes that help in digestion are called digestive enzymes, and different types of digestive enzyme break down different nutrients into smaller diffusible molecules in digestion. Okay, now this is important. Enzymes which break down starch cannot break down proteins and foods. It means, what does it mean? That enzymes are specific in nature. Why they are specific in nature? Because the enzymes which break down starch, they cannot break down proteins or fats. So to break down proteins and fats, you have different enzymes. Okay, so you will say that they are specific in nature, right? Okay, next is, this is a very important figure where you have the digestion of starch molecule. Now, what is the digestion of starch molecule? As you can see, that these are glucose molecules, but they are connected with each other, forming a starch molecule. Okay. Now, what you have to do, you have to break it down into simpler form, into single units. So, what will happen? Enzymes will come and attack on each chain of the starch molecule. Okay, and after attacking this one, they come closer to attack further more branches of the starch molecule. In this way, at the end, you will get the single unit of glucose molecules, and this single unit of glucose molecules can easily get into your bloodstream, right? Now next is, this one, the human digestive system. Okay, human digestive system, most important. Okay, human digestive system. And the next is the human digestive system. Okay, the human digestive system. What is human digestive system? Food enters our body through the mouth, and any undigested food eventually leaves the anus as feces. Okay, it will leave the anus as feces. Food travels. Okay, now our food travels through our body along the alimentary canal. It will travel throughout the body with the help of alimentary canal. Now, what is alimentary canal? It is a continuous tube beginning at the mouth and ending at the anus, right? Now, this science tidbit is again very important. If the human alimentary canal is removed, okay, if you will remove it and unravel, it will be a continuous tube of about 7 meters. So the length of alimentary canal is 7 meters. This is important. Now move on to the next one. Okay, next, where from where digestion starts. The first part of the alimentary canal is our mouth. So what is happening? Digestion of food starts in the mouth. The most important thing, your digestion of food will start in the mouth. Okay, the food that we eat is broken down into smaller pieces by the chewing action of our teeth. This is very important. Okay, it is then mixed with saliva and its enzyme. What will happen when you will eat your food? So first it will be chewed by the action of teeth, and then the salivary glands releases saliva. What will do, it will contains enzymes, it will contain enzymes, and then your food mixed with it. Okay, now what enzymes will do? The enzymes in the saliva, okay, we are talking about the enzymes that are present in the saliva, helps to break down the large starch molecules into smaller, simpler sugar molecules. Okay, smaller and simpler molecules may it will be broken down, but please keep it in your mind that food is usually not kept long enough in the mouth for all the starch to be broken down. Okay, now here you have the function of tongue. What tongue in the mouth will do? Tongue rolls the partly digested food into small balls, which are swallowed into the esophagus. Right. Now the next is esophagus. Now what will esophagus do? Basically, esophagus is a narrow tube with strong muscles. Important one. Okay, this is important one. Esophagus is a narrow tube with strong muscles in its walls. Now, what these muscles will do? Basically, they contract and relax, producing a wave-like pattern. Okay, they contract and release, relax, and producing a wave-like pattern, which pushes the food along the esophagus to the stomach. Right? No digestion takes place in the esophagus. Now, this one is important. No digestion. Okay, no digestion takes place in the esophagus. In esophagus, there will be no digestion, but the sole function of esophagus is to push the balls of food from the mouth into the stomach. Okay, why no digestion takes place in the esophagus? Because there is no secretion in esophagus. There is no secretion, so there will be no digestion in esophagus, right? Next topic is stomach. Okay, now what is stomach? This one, as you can see here, you have the picture of stomach. This is stomach, this is liver, this is stomach, this is liver, and this is pancreas. Okay, this is stomach, this is liver, this is pancreas, this is gallbladder. Okay, the stomach is a muscular bag. Okay, stomach is a muscular bag. Its walls secrete a liquid called gastric juice, which is made up of hydrochloric acid, enzyme, and water. The stomach is a muscular bag. Stomach जो है वो क्या है? It is a muscular bag, and it will secrete a liquid called gastric juice. This is important. You must know the secretion of stomach, which is gastric juice. And now this gastric juice is made up of hydrochloric acid, enzymes, and water. Now, basically, your contracted stomach muscles hold the food inside the stomach and churn it up with enzymes and hydrochloric acid. Food may held in the stomach for several hours. Now look at here. Basically, the long chain of proteins are broken down into the shorter chain in the stomach. What will happen? Longer chain of protein broken down into shorter chain in the stomach. Now, the acid by the action of what? By the action of enzymes. Okay, the acid in the stomach also helps to kill the bacteria. The acid which is present in stomach, it will help to kill the bacteria found in the food. Okay, now as you know that hydrochloric acid, enzymes, and water are also present. So basically, when the food leaves the stomach, it has become a semi-liquid mass. How it will become a semi-liquid mass? Because of the water that is present in the gastric juice. Okay, which is released in a small amount at different intervals of time into the small intestine. When you will require energy, so it will be released into small intestine, right? Now the next is the small intestine. Now what it will happen in a small intestine? Now this picture is very important. You should memorize it. You should learn the definition, learn the labeling of this picture. Okay, this one is very important. Now look at here. What is this? This is the liver. Okay, this is gallbladder. Liver in Urdu you will say it's a jigar. Gallbladder, pitta, small intestine, choti आंत, pancreas, and bile duct. Okay, and this is stomach, that is called maida, right? So this picture is important. Now look at here. In small intestine, what will happen? As the food emerges from the stomach, when food which is in semi-liquid form in the stomach, now when it emerges into the stomach, from the stomach into the small intestine, at the same time bile, okay, bile produced by the liver. So from liver what will be produced? Bile. In liver what will produced? Bile, and it is excreted onto it. On what? On food. Now what will bile do? It helps to break fats into small blood pieces so that fats can be digested faster by enzymes. So bile, what will bile do? Bile will break down the fats into smaller pieces. Okay, at the same time pancreatic juice also contain enzymes which help. Now where pancreatic juice came from? This pancreas. Okay, from this one, which is a pancreas, which help to digest proteins and carbohydrates. The shortened protein chains of the partly digested food from the stomach are broken down into amino acids, are broken down into amino acids, the individual simple diffusible units of proteins. Those carbohydrates which have not been fully digested in the mouth are further broken down by the action of the enzymes in the small intestine, right? Now, next one is the important, this one which is very important. digestion ends in the small intestine. Okay, digestion start in the mouth and it will end in the small intestine. Okay, towards the end of the small intestine, digested food particles which are small, soluble and diffusible form diffuse through the wall of the small intestine into the bloodstream. Okay, this is your small intestine and here you have a bloodstream. Okay, so around the bloodstream, what will happen from the by crossing the walls of a small intestine, it will get into the blood. Okay, and the remaining undigested food will pass on to the large intestine. Okay, now what will happen in large intestine? This is your large intestine. Okay. In the large intestine, water and mineral salt are absorbed into the bloodstream. Okay. All the water and important mineral salt will be absorbed into the bloodstream in the large intestine. No digestion will take place in large intestine. Keep this thing in your mind. Okay. No digestion take place in the large intestine. This is very important, right? Okay. The remaining contents move into the rectum as feces. The muscles at the end of the rectum are usually contracted. When those muscles relax, the feces will pass through the anus. So I'm going to explain this one. Now look at this one, this figure. What will happen here? This is your tongue. Okay, this is your tongue. This is your mouth. What will happen? You will swallow the food into your mouth. Okay, food first come into your mouth, and by the action of the teeth that are present in your mouth, it will partly digest your food. Similarly, salivary glands are there, which secretes saliva, and it helps to digest starch food molecules. Okay, and after that, this is your tongue that will make the small balls of food and then roll it into the esophagus. Now this is your food. Now food will come into the esophagus, and by the action of contraction and relaxation, this food will come into the stomach. Now this is stomach, and this is a portion which from where your food can hold up to several hours. Okay, now what will happen? The walls of the stomach will release what? It will release a gastric juice. Okay, it will release a gastric juice that contains hydrochloric acid, enzymes and water. Now in stomach, what will happen? Long chains of proteins broken down into shorter chains. Okay, and your food will become into semi liquid form. After that, from the stomach, your food emerges into the small intestine. When it is coming into the small intestine, this is the gallbladder and this is the liver. Okay, your liver will produce bile and bile juice. Okay, bile juice will be produced by the liver and it will squirted onto the food. Now what will bile do? Bile will help to break down the fats molecule. Similarly, at the same time, pancreas releases another juice, which is pancreatic juice. Now what will pancreatic juice do? It will breaking down the remaining starch molecules into glucose form. Okay, all the remaining food will be broken down into this smaller pieces, and then your food will come into the small intestine. Now this is the portion which is small intestine, and most of the digested food will be absorbed into the bloodstream, and the remaining undigested food will come into the large intestine. Now this is large intestine. Now in large intestine, what will happen? Water and mineral salt will be absorbed into the bloodstream, and remaining digested undigested food will be get out of your body through the anus. Okay, so this is a long alimentary canal which is around 7 meter long, right? Okay, now most important thing is this chart. Okay, this chart explains each and everything. That it has mouth. The secretion of mouth is saliva. What is its secretion? Saliva, which help to break down starch into simple sugars. Esophagus has no secretion and no digestion takes place in esophagus. Next is stomach, and the secretion of stomach is gastric juices and hydrochloric acid that will help to break down protein into shorter chain. Another one is small intestine. Now this small intestine releases bile and pancreatic. Bile will be released by liver. Pancreatic juice will be released by pancreas. Now it helps to break down starch into simpler sugar or remaining protein, and foods also dissolve converted into soluble and diffusible form. Okay, now no secretion of large intestine, so that means no digestion in large intestine. So from mouth, digestion will be start and it will end in small intestine. Why there is no digestion in large intestine? Because there is no what? There is no secretion. If there is no secretion, so there will be no digestion. Okay. Now look at here. Think tank. This is very important. Think tank. This one. Okay. You have to prepare all these things that I have explained in the previous lecture. Why do some athletes take glucose tablets before their races? And if you bite a plain biscuit, these things are very important. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. These are the reasons that could be asked in the what that could be asked in final term exams. So this is the end of the lecture, and I wish you all good luck. Okay. So inshallah I will meet you tomorrow. And till then, Allah Hafiz.